Hello, everybody. How are y'all doing tonight? I want to give you my big welcome. We're here at the big Joe Eagan show tonight. Got two incredibly good comics from Italy and Ireland, respectively. And I'm Greek-American, living here in Amsterdam. Well, out there in Amsterdam for 11 years. So it's a international setup right off the bat. And I hope you're all ready for a fun evening tonight. Y'all ready for this thing? Yeah, that's what I like to hear. This looks like a nice big crowd and a beautiful place. This is the first time I've been here tonight. I got to tell you right off the bat, I think this is lovely inside, and it's even more beautiful now. And I appreciate you all coming out here tonight. I don't know how easily you got here, but I had to come here by train. And I don't know if you know, but the big beef with the Dutch rail is that they cancel trains. See, some people know. And tonight, well, yeah, I got to be extra Dutch because they canceled my train. And I don't know why the planner thing doesn't have a clue how to get from place to place. You know? You know what I'm saying? It's like it sends me to go to Schiphol. But wait, just wait. There's a train. There's another train now. Why not take that train? You know? And then I got to Leiden, and there was a sudden train directly to Den Haag Centraal, which is where I was trying to get to. But it didn't suggest it. You know? So I Dutched it. Yeah. Starting as an expat, over time you become more and more Dutch. You know? So that's what my experience has been. In fact, recently, just today, in fact, I had one of my most Dutch experiences. And I think most of the Dutch people will recognize this one. Well, first of all, I'm getting older. And yeah, a lot of Dutch people know that one too. And so I've had a knee problem. I have just recently, my knee's been killing me. And I was in Albert Heijn. And I looked up and I saw the answer to all my problems. Yeah, paracetamol. And I bought it too. I bought it, and I took a couple pills. And as soon as I took those pills, I felt instantly better. Which I know is not logical because how could it have helped that fast? But I felt better, so I was happy. And so really quickly about me, my name is Socrates. I'm born and raised in New Jersey. My dad's Greek and my mom's American. And since they wanted me to fit in, well, yeah, they naturally named me Socrates. But it's actually my middle name. My first name, it was supposed to be my first name. The Greeks do a thing where they name your son is your middle name and your first name reversed. So my grandfather is Socrates Demetrius, and his first son is Demetrius Socrates. It's true. And my father is Kriton Socrates, so my name is supposed to be Socrates Kriton. Now my mom thought I'd get teased. So instead, and my dad doesn't like his name, so they gave me a different K name, another ancient Greek guy named Kimon. Have you heard of him? A couple people, not bad. Well, most people have not heard of Kimon. And almost nobody in the U.S. can pronounce that name. And if you want to name your kid after it, I wouldn't send it to the U.S. In Greece, it's okay, but not in America. And so I've been finally switched to my middle name, which should have been, so I've been Socrates for the last few years, and it's pretty good. And I got to tell you, so far, my mom was wrong. I haven't gotten teased once. High school is not how I remember it, you know. But so what we're going to do tonight, we're doing this thing here, and it's a comedy show, and I'd like to get a little bit about you guys here, since, like I said, I'm an American. And like I said, I was recently in Greece, and if you go to the Acropolis, there's a beautiful theater. And when I saw this theater, all I thought was, man, I'd love to perform on that stage. You know, everyone's different. You know, some people like to be on stage, some people like to be in an audience. I think you all made a great choice coming here tonight. I actually had tickets to Dave Chappelle at the Ziggo Dome, and given a choice, I am here with you tonight. Because some people love to be on a stage, you know, and it's like these front row people are the closest in the audience can be, you know, have the guts to get on that front row, you know, because you might get talked to, you know. People in the second row, they feel safer, you know. And the third row people, So back in the third row, are you Dutch? You have that Dutch look to you. Are you from Den Haag? Or?
Yes, Den Haag.
Thank you for having us in your country. So we got at least two. How many Dutch people do we have in the audience tonight? Just a couple? Just a few? How about any other Americans? One. Still not so proud to yell like we used to, though. You notice that? You know, there was a time. Woo! Yeah, America. something happened. I don't know what it was, but the English seem to have that same problem, or at least some of them. Not all of them, though. You know, any English people here tonight? Yo. There you go. Are you staying on this side or that side of the continental divide? Let's not discuss it. I don't see the point. Let's say I don't bring Trump up if I can avoid it either. You know what I'm saying? But so what are you doing? What's your the front row guy? What's your how are you going to school? You working?
I just sort of work here. Yeah.
What are you doing?
Like tech support type thing.
Tech support, IT. Yeah. Who's not doing IT work? A couple people. What are you doing?
I write.
You write books or? Well, very good. Look, do we know any of your books? Here's a chance to plug one.
I don't think so.
No, I never heard of that one. Never heard of that one. It's a good title, though. I like it. I like it. So, now, let's see. I don't know if I'm trying to decide if I should try to be materialistic or whatever. But, so, living in the Netherlands, it's a different experience. You know what I mean? As a foreigner, you have to get used to different cultures and such. How many people, do you speak Dutch at all? Is this a very Dutch-speaking crowd? Yeah. One of my favorite, no, and who doesn't speak any Dutch? Just a couple of you. Well, there's different expressions. One of my favorite expressions that the Dutch have is, nu de aap kom uit de mouw. You like that? Which literally translates into, now the monkey comes out the sleeve. I don't think I have to explain it. I think it's pretty obvious what it means. All right, I'll explain it. It basically means now you're showing your true colors. And if you don't know what that means, you know, it's difficult because you're explaining one saying with another saying, you know, because showing your true colors, that's back when the pirates would raise the flags, you know, and then show their true colors. Yeah, it gets really difficult. You end up opening a big can of worms trying to discuss things. Pretty soon you end up going down the rabbit hole. It's just not for me. But, so I've been trying to do different things. Go there? Okay. So I've been trying to do different things before starting this, and I recently had a little job or business I started because, you know, comedy is difficult, especially to get paid in it. And, yeah, trust me. I take a lot of trains, I don't get paid a lot. But, yeah, sometimes. But I had a thing recently I started in Amsterdam. It was a service I offered. It's called Stolen Dog Walker. Have you heard of it? Yeah, advertising. Yeah. Have you stolen a dog? Too scared to walk it? Give us a call. We'll walk it for you. No questions asked, yeah? So anyway, that's pretty much what I'm doing a warm-up. Now, what we're going to do one last little warm-up-y thing, whereas I'm going to tell you a joke, and we're going to try a laugh concept, and then we're going to try it again, and we're going to really show me that love. And then we're going to use that energy to blow us into the first half, okay? Because, you know, I don't want to do too much, you know, because the thing is, I'm a minimalist. Well, since the divorce. I appreciate that. Now, pretend we're on our first Tinder date. I'm in a sports car, and you want to go for a ride for sure. So I want to tell that joke again. And this time, laugh with all the energy you've got in your world and your heart, because we're going to get the show going with that, okay? Yeah, that's the thing. Be expats, don't be Dutch, be loud. Be an American, woo! Because as an American, you know, I tend to be a minimalist. You know, well, since we elected Trump. Give me that love, give me some energy, keep it going. Valerio Miconui.
Thank you everyone. My name is Valerio. I'm from Italy, and that is not how you get me to your country, but I do appreciate the effort. Guys, I've been Valerio Miconui. Thank you very much.
Definitely give it up to Valerio Miconui as an American technician. That was definitely a crusher right there, I gotta tell you. I don't know if you've read my internet comments. I make comments on YouTube too, because I also have a lot of time to kill during the day. I do the same thing at night, you know. But so that's the end of our first half. I hope you had a great time so far. Did you like it there? Was that good? Yeah. And because you can't take but so much at a time, we're going to take a quick little break so you can grab yourself a drink. And we're going to be back in about 15 minutes. Or literally in 15 minutes. We're going to start definitely by 8 o'clock. And so if you can bring your glasses with you and clean up a little bit after yourselves, we'd appreciate it. It's very gezellig, and the Dutch love being gezellig. And so we'll see you in 15 minutes. Thank you all so very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to your host, Socrates.
Thank you very much, mysterious announcer. How y'all doing? Did you have a fun little break? Come back ready for more? Yeah, that's what we like. That's what we like. Because without an audience, it's just an empty room. It's a beautiful room. Don't get me wrong, but it's filled with life with you guys here, and we really appreciate that. We all spent the night together, which is, we all had. We could have done anything tonight. You know what I mean? Like I said, I could have been at Dave Chappelle's show, but I wanted to be here with you. And I think I made the right choice. What do you guys think? Yeah, see, we all did. I like that. Now, a little while ago, I actually got to go to Orlando. Did 21 years in New Jersey, and then 21 years in Florida. So, and now 11 years in Amsterdam. The best of the life. Yeah, those 11 years are the best so far. My own opinion. Everybody's got their opinion. I guess some people like America. Less people like it now. Maybe in the future it'll come back again. But you have to try your thing. You have to have the guts to try things. Like you guys have the guts to sit in the front row. But for the most part, it's painless. You know what I mean? Third row people, less so. But in Orlando, I actually went to an open mic, and because I wanted to perform. I think I'm up to 7 countries. I think so, which is kind of fun. Of course, living in Europe, it's not that hard. 7 countries in America. That's the trick. Yeah. Even 3 at that point is pretty impressive if you really think about it. But I went to a place called the Orlando Improv and Comedy Restaurant. Now, I don't know if you know it or not, but those are 3 words should never be in the same sentence. It's just not going to be easy, if always good. I can't tell you. I'm hearing something back there. So there was 24 comedians on that night. Got 4 minutes a pop. And there was about 30 people in the audience. Yeah, if you do the math on that one, you'll realize it was not all a popular crowd. And I was farthest traveled, since not only was I from Amsterdam, but it was Amsterdam, the Netherlands, as opposed to, I think, Amsterdam, Georgia, or something. So I got to go first, and the second farthest guy was from Texas. Now, if you know American geography, Texas is not that far from Florida. So out of 24 people, that's the second farthest person away. And then they had double bumps. So people had shown up to the show, 24 people probably went on, they got bumped, came back a week later, another 24 people went on, they got bumped again, 3 weeks have passed, now 2 more comics have been on, so approximately 50 comedians have been on before them. And now the guy's finally got his chance. And I will quote you his entire act. He got up on stage and he stood in front of the microphone. He said, "I have to go." And he ran out. Okay? Now I thought, he had to go to the bathroom. There's a nervous thing getting up on stage, It's always good to pee beforehand. I have a friend of mine, another comic. He's got to go worse than that every show. And but no, this guy ran out of the building, down the flights of steps, and he was literally gone. And I think of him now and then, because I feel bad for him. You know what I mean? This was 3 weeks, plus however long he had worked on it. So 3 weeks, this poor guy set himself up to do this stupid thing. And he freaked out and ran. And we were all supportive. You know what I mean? We would have liked to have given him some love, like you guys are here giving us love. So in life, if you have a chance to get up and do something, you gotta seize the thing. You know what I mean? You gotta seize it by its balls. Just go for it. You know what I mean? Because how bad can it be, right? It's got to be better than I gotta go, right? So anyway, we're gonna get right into our second half a second from now, but I'm gonna give you one last little tiny. I don't know if it's a piece of advice. I don't think it is. I don't think it's advice. But you have to follow your heart and your dream, you know what I mean? Which is difficult sometimes, because when you believe and what you want in life, they're not always the same thing, Like, I'm an anti-capitalist. I don't believe in capitalism. I think it's a really crappy system. But I like money. you know. I don't have it, but I like it. It's like a fantasy. But a friend of mine, he's a flat earther. But he's also a globalist. So we're going to come up to our headliner here. This is a man from Ireland who's still part of the EU and going to remain that way, I think, for a long time, I hope. Give it up for Peter Flanagan!
Giving over Socrates!
That's a great sentence I didn't think I'd get to say this weekend. Keep it going for Socrates. Love that. If you want to find me, my name's Peter Flanagan. Have a great evening. Thank you so much.
Keep it going in for Peter Flanagan, man! We call that crushing it. And grab out there for also, I can never do your name right, Valerio Miconui as well, huh? He's not here, but can we give a big shout out for Joe Eagan, who put this whole thing together for us? Thank you, Joe. Thank you, people. We have Ilat and or Ilat, I can't say it quite right, and Boss in the back who make this whole thing possible back there. Again, thank you guys so much for making this thing happen for us. And I got some little bit of things to tell you real fast before we pop out of here. So we got the next shows coming up on Saturday, March 28th. We got Neville Raven from the UK is going to be here, or I think it's here, and Evan Krauss from the USA, and Gary Bassett from India is going to be performing. And we also have tickets available for at Branoul Theater for the theater here, as well as the shows on the 25th April, 23rd May, and 13th June in different pro comics coming each month. And you say to yourself, you know, I'd like to have a comedy party, maybe a wedding or just a funny funeral. So, you know, the guy's dead. Maybe you liked him. Maybe you didn't like him. Either way, you can call up the internationalcomedians.com and they will put together a show for you, and whatever it is, you know, make it specifically for you. If you want your boss to be roasted or otherwise, they'll do these things for you so much. And go on to like our page on the Hague English Comedy Night on Facebook, etc. And also, I think it's on Christian Mingle. I know I'm going to be on Christian Mingle soon. You can look up for my name. You'll see it there. It's going to be Socrates. Thank you all so very much. Hope to see you again soon. It's a great audience. If you can bring your glasses and drinks with you, we really, really appreciate that.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and welcome to the stage your host for tonight, Socrates.
Thank you all. How you doing tonight? It's good to see you all again. I was the guy out here just a minute ago. So my name is Socrates, and I want to thank you all for coming out here this evening. We're going to do what we can to make this into a fun-filled evening of comedy. Yeah. Y'all come for comedy tonight, right? Yeah. All right. Came to laugh and give it out too? That's what we like to hear. It takes a little energy. This is a sort of a two-way thing, you know what I mean? We do what we think is funny, what we think is clever. It's not always funny and clever, you know. We try, you know what I mean? But we only really know it for sure when you guys enjoy it, you know, listen and give us your feedback, etc. And so all we ask is your attention, etc. And we'll do what we can. Between us, we'll make this into what we call a gezellig evening. Yeah. You know. Do you all know the word gezellig? Yeah. How many don't know that word? Nobody? How many of you are not Dutch, though? You know, oh, geez, this is a classic expat thing. And how many are you are actual Dutch people? And now I'll point out that the expats, I don't know if you realize that they're becoming very Dutch. You know, did you notice? They just did this. You know, which is the Dutch reaction to who's Dutch is this, you know the American reaction. Is there any Americans in here tonight? Woo! See, that's your American reaction right there. He knew what I was calling for. Because if you can't tell, I am also an American. Yeah. That's what it's like to be a German. But I'm a Greek too, so I actually, I appreciate the Germans, Well, the money. Long-term debt thing, you know what I'm saying? We'll pay it back. We just need to borrow a little cash to make a few of those payments. You know what I'm saying? It works out. It's all mathematics, man. It's called the golden rule. I don't know if you know it or not. That's a Greek thing. It's about how you build buildings. It's also how you rip off the Germans. It all works good, if you know what I'm saying. So this evening, we're basically going to be doing our little comedy thing, like I said, and I'm really glad to have been here tonight. I actually had tickets to the Dave Chappelle show. Yeah, he's playing in the Ziggo Dome, and I said, no, I got an opportunity to come here tonight, be with you guys. I jumped at it. Thank you, appreciate that. You know, I think I made the right decision, you know. I think you all made the right decision as well, too, so I'm kind of proud of that, you know. And actually, I'm slowly becoming more and more Dutch. I've been now 11 years. I'm living in the Netherlands. And tonight I had a classic Dutch experience, you know, because I was going to take the train to get here. And it was canceled, which makes me a little bit more Dutch, you know. Because I didn't give up. I got out my, my NS Planner app, which is useless. I mean, it'll get you from a place to a place, you know what I mean? But there was a faster train going to Schiphol than the one it thought I should take. And I was standing next to that train, but it didn't think I should take that train. You know, I disagreed, because I'm just that Dutch. You know? But then it said I should keep to this horrific route. And I was like, wait a minute, in Leiden, there's another train going directly to Den Haag Central, which is where I was trying to go to. And it was across the, and it was there. I could see it. Yeah, and you said, yeah. So I did the smart thing. I switched trains, and I got here on time. Yeah, see that? Becoming more and more Dutch every day. So it's a slow and painful transition as an American because the pronunciations are hard, you know? It hurts our throats, you know? But I've been, well, I don't know if you can tell, I'm getting older. Yeah, appreciate that, you know? That's what I feel about it too. I've been having some pain in my knee. I was just in Athens, and the problem is when you're in a place with my family and things I like to do, I decided to walk up the hills anyway. You know, I shouldn't have, but I did. You know, so my knee's hurting a little bit more today, and I found out how Dutch I am. You know, I was at the Albert Heijn, and I looked up, and I happened to notice the solution for all of my problems. Paracetamol. Yeah. Now, I don't have the paracetamol doctor. I know a lot of people have that guy. I don't have him. My guy tells me I'm okay, just, you know, doesn't give me anything. But I thought, hey, paracetamol. That's the solution, you know, for my problem I can't fix. So I bought it, you know, and I took those pills. And as soon as I took them, I felt better. Literally, you know. I know it could not have happened to have been the pill. There was no chance whatsoever the pill had anything to do with it, you know. But even so, just feeling a little bit more Dutch made me feel a little bit better too, you know. I'm just saying. So let's do a little discussion here. You all sat in the front row. Did you all get dragged down here? You were all people I forced into the front row, aren't you? The entire front row. Thank you. So I don't know if you feel like talking to the comic, but it's probably going to happen. You know, you look like you got a little hand injury there. Did you punch somebody or just fell? Yeah, I did that once. Well, actually, I've done it more than a few times, but I did it and then I broke my hand. Yeah, that's not fun. Hope you get better. Bet the shop. That's what people say to you, you know. It's actually one of the fun things when I was hurt. One of the reasons I love living in Holland as opposed to like in America, where I don't know if you know it. If you trip on the street, they walk over you. It's not funny. They'll laugh at you too. So I mean, you really should feel bad about laughing at that. But here in the Netherlands, of course, people try to help and offer you help, etc. And it's like when I was struggling with my hands, to like put a lettuce in a bag, always somebody helped me, and I always appreciated that. And so if you're one of those people that help people, thank you very much. I'm one of the people that you helped, and I really do appreciate that. And I want to bother you now. What's your situation? What's your deal, man?
I'm fine. I have no injuries.
No injuries, but are you working here?
Yeah.
Are you a student? You look like you must be a student. What are you doing here?
I'm a lawyer.
Oh, you're a lawyer. Okay. Defense or prosecution?
More prosecution.
More prosecution, yeah. I don't know what to say about that. So.
Just don't say anything.
No. Let's just move on. You know, don't look at me like I'm, you know, because I'm still not a full-blown citizen here yet. So there's a few lawyers after me, I think, you know. But you three all came as a group?
Yes.
Was there a partial couple in here? Partial. See, a partial couple now. It started off as a couple, then the comic destroyed it, you know. It happens, you know. Have you heard of a throuple? A couple is 2 people. A throuple is 3 people. I didn't make this stuff up. It's on the internet, you know. Check YouTube. It's in the comments, you know. I was actually in a Thrinder recently, you know. Yeah, I'm still with my girlfriend and everything. You know, I pay for all the bills, etc. You know, she has sex with guys on Tinder. Sometimes the audience thing leads into a joke that you think is kind of funny. You never know. You never know. You take a shot at it. You know what I'm saying? But what do we got now? You're the American.
Yes.
Are you retired here now? Are you still?
No.
How long have you been in the Netherlands?
3 years.
Just 3 years. Okay. You came here for a job?
Mm-hmm.
Where are you from in the U.S.?
Chicago.
Chicago, the windy apple. You living in Den Haag or up in Amsterdam or Rotterdam or?
Near Den Haag.
Near Den Haag. You loving it?
Yes.
What do you miss about the U.S.? Politics?
Yes, I miss it completely.
Yeah, you do. That's the best way. It's like the English with Brexit. And if you can miss it, that's your best bet. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm doing the Edinburgh Fringe Festival this year. I'm going to be there all August. If you feel like coming to Edinburgh, come by and say hi to me. And, you know, it's easier this year than I think next year because, you know, Brexit. But I'm wondering if they're going to redo their referendum. Because as an American, you know, we're sort of anti-kingdom. At least that's how I was raised, you know. Right now we're pro-king, but that's just because they love this guy for some strange reason. I'm not sure why. But naturally we're anti-king people, you know what I mean? And so when the Scottish didn't really leave, I was sort of surprised by that, you know. And I don't know if they're still, you know, surprised that they didn't leave or not, but that's just the way it is sometimes. So anyway, let me try to find a way to warm this thing up, because what I like to do as I hand these things off is I like to get a little bit of a energy feedback going back and forth between us, because like I say, this is a relationship, you know what I mean? And if the audience isn't necessarily into it, you know, we'll still tell jokes, you know, but we don't want to be comedy rapists. We'll do it, you know, if that's what you force us to do, you know, but we don't want to, you know what I'm saying? So what I like to say is let's see, trying to figure out which way to go with this, because the thing is, it's so hard, you know, when you do these things, people, you know, you want to be a better person, you know what I'm saying? And one of my goals in life is to be a better person, you know what I'm saying? And recently I actually joined the Jehovah's Witnesses. Well, I thought it would open doors for me, you know? Appreciate that. Now I'm going to tell that joke one more time. Now this time when I finish it, what we're going to do is we're going to pretend this was the greatest joke you ever heard in your life. And we're going to use that energy to bring in the first act. And with that energy, we're going to throw us into this amazing evening, because that's the way this sort of works, okay? You know, and I you know, as a stand-up comedian, I'm still trying to be a better person, you know? Because a little while ago, I actually joined the Jehovah's Witnesses. Yeah. Well, I thought it would open doors for me. Well, I appreciate the effort there, you know what I mean? That's half of his own effort. And so now, as my name is Socrates, so it's obvious I'm Greek, and I like to appreciate people who have a name that shows off where they're from. And so our first comedian, I have to look at the name because I'm American, and this guy knows what I'm talking about, that you can't pronounce it either unless you're Italian yourself. So but give us a huge welcome and a huge amount of energy, and I'm going to hold you to that, for Valerio Miconui!
Thank you everyone. My name is Valerio. I'm from Italy. Appreciate the effort. Guys, I've been Valerio Miconui. Thank you very much. That is the proper answer for Valerio Miconui.
Oh, as an American, I find that, you know. He's right. You know, I'm also a Greek. You know, we have stuff before the 20s, though. Yeah. It looks it, though, because it's just columns. So this is where we're hitting our break here. We're going to take a quick little break so you can get some energy back. Go get yourself a drink if you want one. We'll come back in about 15 minutes, literally, because we're going to start basically on time. So if you have a glass, please take it with you. Help keep the place clean. That's gezellig, because that's what makes Netherlands so good. Thank you all so much. I hope you had a good half. We'll see you in a few minutes.